Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Camping in Africa Hacks. And this week, I'm not alone. I've got Herzog back with me. He's got some good tips and gadgets and tricks to share with you again this week. So let's get underway. Take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for joining our channel. Yes, today I'm going to talk about something that I know everybody will know, but I don't know if people realize how versatile this piece of equipment or something that you carry with you can be. This is a normal military sandbag, and this is 20 of them. I never leave without this on any trip, not even a short trip. Any trip, I never leave without this because this can help you in very, very tricky situations. Once again, it needs to meet all the criteria according to the wife and the boss's standards. For instance, cheap, easy packable, and more than one use. This is definitely, I think I can't ever explain to you or show you how many uses there are for this piece of equipment. This sandbag has saved me a couple of times, but two I can remember that was really a tricky situation. I took a two-spur road in the mountains in Namibia. At one stage in our life, wherever they say don't turn here, that is what we did. We just turn there, take the challenge, and go with it. But on this instance, I took one of those two-spur roads, went up the mountain. It went quite well. It was rainy season, and then we got to a space where the road was badly damaged by storm water. Got out, assessed the situation, see, okay, my Land Rover's got 20-inch rims. That will go over this ditch in the road, which is quite deep and steep. But my trailer at that stage have 14-inch rims. The trailer wheel will just fall into that ditch. What now? Well, needless to say that I didn't worry about that because I know that's why I carry sandbags with me. I took them out. I filled 4 of them with sand. You can do sand or rock. Place it in the ditch up until it was level with the road, and we went over there very nice, very easy, without any problems. The other time it saved me was recovery in thick mud. Now I look at all these videos and I think yesterday some of those guys get stuck for days. I don't do that type of thing. When I see it's necessary, I will get my sandbags out and use them as to build sort of a road to cover those places where your vehicle get bogged in deep mud. The Camping in Africa way we deal with this is we will high lift or air jack the vehicle, put sandbags underneath all 4 wheels, 2 of them normally, so that you can get a good. And then in front of every bag, in front of every wheel, we will put 2 or 3, maybe 4 filled sandbags. We build some way of a road in that track, and then you get that new momentum, and that will take you out. You let the vehicle down from the air jack, go for it, and that get you out of mud a lot of times. Sand also. I once stop at the robot, and I start talking to somebody standing there, and I ask him, is there something I can help him with? He says, well, that was rainy season in the Western Cape. He says, yeah, he's got a problem. The water is constantly running through his home. And I thought yesterday, this will be an easy solving of that problem. I give him 50 of the sandbags, explain to him how to fill it and where to put it. And I drove past there a week or so later. I asked him, he said, yes, it works. It works like a bomb. It works excellent because after he stacked this around his house, it diverts the water in different directions. It's not going through his house. And he even said to me he made some mattresses with grass and this, so they're not sleeping on the ground anymore. But that is just how versatile this piece of equipment is. We use it for chairs. I use it if the wind comes up. I fold them. I put them in the inside of my awnings or at the awning poles, and wind really don't move them. We stabilize something or level, not stabilize some. If you camp off grid a lot, most of the times you camp on an incline or something like that. We use them on the two left or right side tires of the vehicle to level the vehicle, and you don't have to pick it up every time that you go for a drive. You come back, you know your marks where you parked. You just pull the vehicle on that, and you get it leveled again. They are numerous. I grew up in Namibia. That's where I actually learned sandbags. Our Decembers were spent between Henties and Mile 108 on the beach fishing, and we didn't have a 4x4. We had a nice, good old Nissan 1400 Bucky. Our friends have 4x4s. All what we did is we filled 4 of these sacks, put them in the back of the Bucky for some weight so that it didn't start spinning quickly. And we drove all those roads and sand roads with this at the back. They start, and we just follow. That's how we did our fishing in Namibia. Yeah, there's really a lot of them. I can't tell you everything today. It will be too long, but this is a piece of equipment I think you really can put in your vehicle. Thank you very much. Enjoy your travels.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's a great tool to have, and as you said, so many uses, so versatile. Yeah, something just to add that I've also used it for is if you forget your tent pegs for the weekend, it happens.
Yes, yeah.
You throw 4 of them in the corner of your tent, and it's stable and it's anchored, and the wind won't do anything to it. Or if you just need a bag to put dirty equipment in or something, you can just throw it in there, and it keeps your car clean and everything neat. But once again, thank you for watching. We always enjoy having you here on the channel. Give us feedback in the comments. What do you think of the series so far? If you've got acts of your own, if you just want to say hello, pop it down in the comments, and we'll get back to you. And as always, happy camping. Until next time.
Enjoy. Stay safe.